Welcome, loves, to my YouTube channel. My name is VassaOlga. Can you guess that we did this makeup look with two absolutely different eyeshadow palettes? It's crazy because it's looking like we used the same eyeshadow palette for both eyes because they're sort of like identical, but it's not. We're going to be testing two eyeshadow palettes from British brands. This one is Makeup Revolution Constellation palette, and this is OPV Splash Palette, Rainbow Splash Palette, and yeah, we're going to see which of the eyeshadow palettes is better, which I prefer more. So let's get started. I have so much things to do today and accomplish, but I've just started filming this video. I need to cook a tomato soup, the one from Gordon Ramsay, really old recipe, and then my pesto, and for dinner I want some creamy pasta with seafood. Okay, we just need to get on rolling because I have so much things to do. We're gonna be doing some really cool video that I haven't done in a while, and it was like, wow, why wouldn't I do a comparison between two eyeshadow palettes? I have the OPV palette. I don't really remember if I compared this to anything else. And I have my Makeup Revolution, this Constellation Constellation palette. So the difference between these two are, those are British brands, and I can't say I'm a huge fan of this color palette, not because of pigmentation or anything. It's really good, actually. The palette is gorgeous, but the colors are quite busy, and it's really hard to get them into your routine on a daily basis. So when I have the mood and go to this palette, it's great. As for my Makeup Revolution palette, this is for a Constellation. It's so much better because you have a little bit different colors. It's muted, but you have bright shades as well. That's why I was looking for some eyeshadow palettes that would have sorta similar shades and sorta similar colors so I could compare them. I have my protection, and I did have camera my foundation. To be honest, I didn't really use any sort of foundation today. I used concealers and then a little bit of powder, and that's it. And the first shade I'm picking on is going to be this Jupiter, and I want to use it for the entire lid. Cover my lid and set the lid. It's really subtle, soft color. Now with a little bit different fluffy brush, I'll do a mix of these two shades. Ooh, it's actually similar color. Okay, so this one is a little bit different shade, which is fine. But let's add, I feel like maybe this color. It's really hot pink, and I believe we're kind of missing this hot pink. So we'll see. Is it gonna look the same eventually? Or maybe not. I will do Storm. Oh, I want to do Mars in the outer corner, and it's quite muted shade. But for OPV palette, we have this really pretty Storm color. It's rich, but we're gonna see how good this is on the lid. Sometimes in the palette, it's so much brighter and prettier, and when it's on your lid, it's just dull. Going with my crease brush, picking up the OPV palette Storm first. Going in the outer corner, stamping this color first. I can tell it's pigmented, but it's not as pigmented as I thought it's gonna be from the palette. But I used OPV palette in my previous videos, and I can't say I hate it. It's really nice, and it doesn't have a lot of fallouts. I feel like probably none of it, or maybe just the tiniest bit, but I can't see any fallouts. It's turn to do Mars. Immediately I can tell that it's so much harder to transfer the color because it's not super pigmented. It's really similar, guys. Look at this. I guess with this kind of red color, it turned out to be similar. Wow, exact same color on the lid, but they're super different in the pans. And look at the fallouts. For Makeup Revolution, this is a fallout color texture, and I didn't have the same thing for OPV, so it's given a little bit more fallout. And I will go on top with the same Jupiter from Makeup Revolution to blend everything out and make it look smooth and blended. Let's see for the left side. I'll go with the same combination of colors. You can see that this side blended out evenly, and probably we do have a tiny line, but this side is keeping the shape a little bit better, I'd say. This one looks a little bit more clean, probably because it's not having as much fallouts as Makeup Revolution. I want to do probably some brown and gold, and I always use my wet brush to apply shimmers. I have some moisture from a beauty blender, like that. Grab Harp color and place it in this area. Most of the time I don't really use any sort of protection with wet shimmers. For my left eye, I'm using a little bit different flat brush. And this is a little bit different color. It's more like brownie, but similar shimmers. It's called Flame. I can't say the pigmentation is great for both eyeshadow palettes. I guess for Makeup Revolution and for OPV, the pigmentation of shimmers is not as great as for some other eyeshadow palettes that I own. Maybe this is the problem in the formula, because the formula is quite dry. I can't say if there's like a huge difference between both of the eyes, but I feel like it's a little bit more pigmented for the left eye OPV palette instead of this Makeup Revolution. This one is really, it's given, but this one is a little bit more kind of intense. And I want to do a little bit of this spiral purple color for the inner corner, because I can, and I have similar shade from OPV. And I'm gonna need to wet this brush, spiral. Oh, it's nice. This is Chimera, I guess. Chimera or Chimera, whatever. Let's pick this up. Really similar shade. Not as promised then. Probably have a tiny brush and I need to use a little bit different one. I actually really love this color and this one. We'd probably do something next time with a combination of these two shades. You're speaking to me. Okay, so let's compare. Well, still can't say this this color is as good as this one. Okay, and for the lower lid, I was thinking to do maybe this Saturn with a wet brush again. And let's do something similar for my left eye. Wet maybe a blender. And do a mix. Oh no, I need to do not a phantom, but a subtle. I guess this is gonna be this with a little bit of blue. Not this one, it's too green. This and this two are gonna work fine, I believe. Frankly speaking, I hate it. No, it's not looking good. Okay, I'm gonna coat my lashes with mascara, use some black eyeliner on top, and I'll be back to conclude the video. Okay guys, this is the final result. Let's do a real quick comparison of both eyeshadow palettes. I have noticed a little bit of fallouts in this area when I applied shimmers without any sort of protection from Makeup Revolution. A little bit. Hope you can spot it. And for this side, well, we don't really have a lot of fallouts. Practically no fallouts whatsoever. This makeup look looks like it's from the same eyeshadow palette. There's no difference, actual difference. And believe it or not, if I told anyone that this makeup look is done with two absolutely different eyeshadow palettes, people wouldn't see any sort of difference. I feel like these colors are a little bit more intense than this side, and these are blending probably a little bit better. But this one, this side with OPV eyeshadow palette is holding the structure a little bit better. You can see the clean side. This one is a little bit messier, and I'd say that this, see, like, color is a little bit up to my brow bone, where this side, it's a little bit cleaner. Like, brow bone is almost cleaned. And I tested both of the eyeshadow palettes. The wear test is great. It depends on, I guess, an eye primer that you're using. If you're using NYX eye primer or some other eye primers, that will work fine. It's, let's see for yourself which eyeshadow palette is your favorite, which you're gonna purchase. And for me, both of them are quite good, except for this one is giving a little bit more fallouts. This one is less. This one is keeping the structure a little bit more, and this one is blending a little bit better, in my opinion. But I guess that's a win for both sides. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna see you in my next video, hopefully, guys. Bye bye.